Hi, kiddos. How's it going? I am, for the last time, Cameron, he, him pronouns, and I'm your DM for Guild Fantasmagoria. This is the finale, so I welcome you. Our word of inspiration today, behind the scenes, if you really wanted to know, we do talk, actually. That wasn't just a bit. Our word of inspiration was trauma. So there might be some tears. Just, be aware there's going to be some content warnings in the comments concern section thingamabobber below. Technical speak. Speaking of technical, follow us on all the social medias, TikTok, Instagram, X. Go to twitch.tv/the streaming rainbow.
Don't call it X, call it Twitter like a normal person.
Okay, I just wanted to hit that weird youth audience. Yeah, don't support him. But also like and subscribe. Hit that little bell notification so that you know every time we post a video. We post shorts and things like that. They're really funny. We think we're funny and we make them for ourselves. Also, get in the Discord. We are a family. We're a community. We are building slowly. Get in that Discord. We have tons of fun conversations, helpful tips, helpful hints. I'm running your
polls
own
on
tables.
what onesie Laura's going to wear today.
Exactly. You get that BTS, that behind the scenes shindig of these kind of videos. Also, speaking of behind the scenes, if you are an actual player, if you have always wanted to do something like this, we're just we want to gather you up. We call you our kiddos, and you could play with us. That's our whole thing. Come to the Discord, and we'll ask if anybody wants to play. Fill up some tables, and maybe you could be in the next campaign. Or, here's the announcement. We are doing one shot every Friday in December. We are gearing up to see well, actually, the GM is right there. Do you want to introduce your one shot, Sera?
Coming up this Friday, as far as when we're recording this, but you'll already have seen it, is the Wrath of Zorgon.
Dun dun dun.
A fun little lasers and feelings one shot on Friday.
Yes. Yeah, thanks to the magic of time travel, that was actually in the past.
But this Friday.
Oh yeah, this Friday, come join us for the quote unquote supernatural one shot. If you've seen the CW Supernatural, it's a one shot D&D 5e based on kind of like that world. See how it goes. Should be fun. But if you did miss Sera's one shot, that is still on Twitch. And if it's gone from Twitch, go over to our YouTube channel. All of the VODs of every single one shot, even Lara's Fae Festivities, is on there for you to enjoy with your eyeballs. And without further ado.
Oh, I was just like, and I don't have a one shot. I'm just in them. So, because I'm a freeloader. I am Mindy, playing Lady Belizabeth, Matilda, Catherine, and Analinda Williams III. One day, Cameron will get the name right. Will it be today? Probably not.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, which way?
I'll go. Hi, I'm Lara. I am a red panda. I am playing Lara, who is also now playing somebody new. They are called Torva, and you'll find out. I don't even know either. So let's go. Next.
Oh, you pointed the right way. That was awesome.
I know. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah. I am Sera. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Sera, sort of. And today introducing the character Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy. That's what everyone calls him. They don't call him just by his name. It's, Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy.
More names than Lady Belizabeth.
No, never gonna happen.
Let's begin. Everybody take a seat, grab a mug, take a hold of your dice, and get ready for the finale of Guild Fantasmagoria. Last time, our heroes met in the Mephisto, the spire that Scheherazade is built around. After waking up from a rather long bookmarker incursion, Lara and Sera finally caught up to us in time. Having experienced all of their journals, all of their notes on what has happened to the Lady Belizabeth, they woke up angry, panicked, and met with more questions than answers. Taking the time to gather themselves, learn about the true nature of the space. They are in the 9th level of what some people call hell, run by the archdevil Mephistopheles. This layer is the layer of ice and fraud. So, of course, here stands Scheherazade. All about stories, all about fictions. And for the last time, our heroes decide to go into the bookmarkers to face Eleanor Gray at the end of the story, hoping to retrieve a formula that will save them from whatever fucked up contract they may have made that they have forgotten about. Lady Williams is in it for a different reason. Or she believes that she can change her own fate if she can change the ending to a story already written. But before we get to that story, last time we skipped over some conversations. Each of our storytellers were given a scroll of sending so that they didn't have to possess the bodies of individuals without their consent. So we will pick up. Who would like to begin? Sera?
Yes.
You look at your papers and it seems like you have 2 scrolls of sending.
That gives me an idea. Well then, I shall proceed to use the scrolls to speak to 2 individuals. I wish to speak to Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy on the board the ship, the Maiden's Rebuke, and to the captain of the Maiden's Rebuke, known only as the Sparrowhawk.
Oh, gosh. Okay. We knew it was coming. Okay. Who do you start with?
I'll start with Pippin.
Okay.
So I read the scroll and open the link and do not be alarmed. I am a spirit aligned with your captain, the Sparrowhawk, and I must help your captain, the Sparrowhawk, but I need your help to do it. Will you open yourself to me so that I may aid your captain? It's the only way.
You get back immediately and with fervor and excitement. Well, if it's for the captain, absolutely.
Wonderful. See you in a minute.
As you hear the voice in your head, the scroll disappears in a static, and you are left with one more. The letters glow almost able to sense who you want to speak to.
Yes. I read through the scroll once more. Open the connection. Sparrowhawk. Do you recognize the sense of who I am? We have been linked in the past, and I need your help. I need your help to save the Lady Belizabeth. Will you help me? Will you let me into your mind once more?
There's a long pause, as is custom for when a DM describes a sending spell reply. And you hear back a little wayward, a little lost. Oh. I've been feeling recently like something is missing. Okay. Yes. I will help you.
Thank you. Then together, we have the best chance of making this a happy ending.
And the scroll. And then Dan looks at you and then looks up at Dr. E, takes a bite of another tuna fish sandwich he has pulled out of a brown paper sack, and he says, why is she talking again? Doesn't she know they can't hear her a second time? Eats a bite of the tuna fish sandwich. And Dr. E just slaps him on the back of the head.
Thank you, Dr. E.
And no problem. He was going in and out of accents. It was honestly disturbing.
Hate it when he does that.
He's glitching.
All right, that's me.
Great. Whew. End of scene. Lady Belizabeth, you said you wanted to have a conversation as well.
Yes. After reading the books that Leonardo gave me and about to get ready to enter into my own story, like the thought keeps getting back to me of how Laura's name was also controlled by that blue, just as Gray's was. And how it means that he has control over everyone in Scheherazade, Mephistopheles does. And I'm like, wait. Leonardo, something has occurred to me. If you wait a moment. And I go and I pick up, something around the room, maybe like a paperweight or something, and I start tinkering with it. And I infuse it. And mechanically, what I'm doing is I'm going to replicate a magical item. I'm going to turn this into a... Where is it? This one I want. A medallion of thoughts.
Ooh. Will you read to us what a medallion of thoughts does?
Yes. The medallion has 3 charges, although honestly, I can make it so that it has 12 based on
amazing
some of my talents. While wearing it, you can use an action and expend 1 charge to cast the Detect Thoughts spell from it. The medallion regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
Okay.
Every one of you here has this connection to Mephistopheles, and none of you remember it. But that doesn't mean it isn't in your head somewhere. If you'll permit me to enter your mind, maybe I can find out what this deal is, find out where it is kept, and if I cannot break it, maybe you will have the knowledge to break it yourself. If you will allow it. If nothing else, I would be honored to enter the mind of someone as great as yourself.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
I can. No, I don't like that one. I'm going to use luck. That's much better. That's a nat 20. And that's a 24.
Okay. Okay.
We won. Bye.
I'm going to get back to you on that. We'll come back to that.
All right.
Lara. Who do you want to talk to?
Did my friend Sera use both the sending scrolls, or do I still have one?
You still have one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I am going to send a message to this real badass sailor that's on the Sparrowhawk's ship, Torva Varun. And I'm just going to say, hey, Belizabeth needs help. You've been called for a higher cause. Just need to borrow you. Ready to fuck shit up?
Huh. Fuck yeah.
And I go, fuck yeah! And I slap the sandwich out of Dan's hands.
Hey, what are you doing? I was eating that. I was eating it.
Makes a nice splat sound. It's real gross.
Okay, great. So now I have a question. Sera, Lara. After your conversations, do you sit in the bookmarkers and start to go into the stories?
Yeah. Yeah, Lara's pretty amped.
Okay. Lady Belizabeth, I want to know how private this conversation is. Do you wait for them to go into the story to talk to Leonardo, or was this flashback while everybody was present in the room?
They left.
Leonardo looks at you, looks over to the bookmarkers that have just started to... My heart's beating pretty fast here. Have just started. I can hear the echo of my heart in my head. And they're gone. They're in the stories. It's a weird thing to look at the bookmarkers while somebody is... I mean, we don't have to use the technical terms anymore. We're in fucking hell, right? When they're going to possess someone, when their soul leaves their body and goes to another dimension and takes control for a moment. In the span of everything, just a moment, over the life of someone else, a rare experience for both parties, but something that is exhilarating, something that is so hard to give up. Something when it has become your entire life, Lady Belizabeth, you think would be very, very hard to let go of, no matter what kind of deal you've made. And Leonardo looks at you, and with that natural 20 persuasion, he rolled a 38 on his insight, but it was not a natural 20. You see just the glimmer, like almost imperceptible. If you would have even twitched or had a thought that would have escaped you from this moment, you would have missed it, but you didn't miss it. You saw a glimmer of blue in his eye. And as you ask that question to Leonardo, and you see him sweat a little bit, Dr. E steps in, puts her hand on his shoulder, closes his laptop, and says, I think that's enough questions from you. It's time for you to leave. Snaps her fingers and you are gone.
Don't trust anyone.
Your final thoughts before you are whisked away to the end of your story. Black. Lara, Sera. In synchronicity, you see the blue words appear on your screen.
My beloved sister, September 5th. I find myself amidst the biting cold of the Arctic, where each icy gust feels like a cruel reminder of our precarious situation. What began as a bold venture has now ensnared us in its relentless grip of this frozen wasteland. My heart aches, witnessing those who chose to sail with me now looking at me for guidance I cannot provide. The weight of their lives entangled in my pursuit burdens my soul. Margaret, the burden of our plight weighs heavily upon me. Should misfortune befall us, it is my reckless ambitions that will bear the blame. As the freezing winds howl around us, I cannot shake the worry of your state of mind. I envision your concern for us, the agonizing weight shrouded in uncertainty. The mere thought of your despair mingled with hope casts a shadow upon my spirit. Your strength may find solace in your family, yet the thought of adding your anguish weighs heavily upon me. Lady Williams, our esteemed guest, confides in me the torment inflicted by Professor Grey upon her and her kin. Seeking refuge in our perilous expedition, she longs to test her flight craft in these extreme conditions. Amidst this desolation, she trusts my compassion, unveiling the darkest chapters of her sorrow. In the midst of this turmoil, whispers of mutiny echo around our decks. Desperation seeps into the hearts of our crew, threatening to extinguish the faint embers of hope. The whispers of dissent grows louder, born from the abyss of our desolation. Yet amidst the desolate landscape, Lady Williams and Brendan, with their unyielding resolve, speak of hope. Fragile as their words may be in this bitter cold, they manage to ignite a flicker of optimism among our crew. But these sparks are fleeting, and I fear a rebellion fueled by desperation looms on the horizon. Margaret, may our shared strength sustain us through these tumultuous tides. Your unwavering support from afar, Lady Williams's resolve, and Brendan's steadfast companionship serve as beacons in this frigid darkness. Though desperation threatens to consume us, we shall endure, clutching on to the faintest strands of hope for the sake of our resilience. With undying hope, the Sparrowhawk. My dearest Margaret, September 12th. It is with a heavy heart that I convey these grim tidings to you. A voyage, once filled with hopeful aspirations, now steers towards a tragic conclusion. I must recount these sorrowful events to you, my dear sister, even as the ship hastens its return to Grimshire. On the 9th of September, the ice began its tumultuous movement, echoing thunderously as the islands fractured and splintered in all directions. Our peril was imminent, yet our actions remained futile. My primary concern centred on our unfortunate guests, Lady Williams and Brendan. Lady Williams, committed to perfecting her craft, toiled tirelessly, while Brendan supported her fervently. As the ice cracked behind us, driven forcefully northward, a western breeze on the 11th cleared our southern passage. The sailors erupted in exuberant cheers, assured of their return to Grimshire. They implored me to accompany them, but my heart could not consent. Lady Williams and Brendan, resolute in their mission, chose to remain amidst the Arctic's frigid embrace.
"Do you then truly return?"
queried Lady Williams, to which I sorrowfully confirmed, burdened by the compulsion to comply.
"Ditto if you will, but I will not. You may give up your purpose, but mine is assigned to me by heaven, and I dare not,"
she assured with unwavering determination. Margaret, how do I express the depth of my sorrow? The untimely demise of these valiant souls committed to their invention rends my spirit. My tears flow, and grief eclipses my thoughts. I fear they have succumbed in pursuit of their invention, stranded in the desolate Arctic after the crew's mutiny. The pain is insurmountable, my sister. It weighs heavily upon my soul as I journey back to Grimshire. My heart breaks for the belief that Lady Williams and Brendan sacrificed themselves for their innovation. I'm interrupted by ominous sounds, haunting whispers echoing through the night. It is midnight. The breeze blows fair yet foreboding. The stubborn bodies of Lady Williams and Brendan, left amidst the Arctic's unforgiving clasp, shall forever remain a testament to their unwavering resolve. Good night, my sister.
on the deck of the Sparrowhawk ship, looking over a vast wasteland of ice and white, you see in the distance the Sparrowhawk talking to, you can only assume to be Lady Williams and Brendan, for their flight crafts lie behind them. Seems like a heated discussion. Lady Belizabeth, you blink your eyes, and to your side, Brendan is looking up at the Sparrowhawk, who is recounting the unfortunate state of the crew and how they have taken over the ship to go back to Grimshire. And unfortunately, it deepens me with sorrow, but I am no longer the captain of my ship. At least not for this journey. Come with us. We could do this another time.
No, we cannot. If that is your final answer, will you permit me a few hours?
I will do my best to reason with them, but Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy, what a little shit he is. Running amok. Oh. Try to speak with him. Be quick. I don't want to see you stranded out here just for a shot at innovation.
This is beyond that. Believe me.
She shrugs and goes back to the ship, which is like almost halfway sunk into the ice. But you see behind it, clearing up, is the ice breaking and melting away in like a symphony of ambient sound around this desolate wasteland. You see water and the ship begin to sway back and forth, to and fro, port and starboard.
I look for Pippin, though no, I need to have a conversation with Brendan. So it's essentially, as soon as I find Sera and Laura, going to see if they can give me the time to talk to Brendan.
And you see them there peering over the side of the ship.
Which one of you is Pippin?
That's me, milady.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, that's me.
Right. Do you know what
Did Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy, just change his voice? Are you finally going to puberty? Did your balls drop?
that
Good
must
little Pippin
be
Rutherford,
it.
the cabin boy!
Punch.
We're proud of you! You're drinking every night!
Apparently, the Shadowhawk thinks you can do something to keep the crew satiated.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of time to gather some supplies. Talk to Brendan.
Brendan just like tugs on like the leg of your pant and says, "You do realize you're shouting this across a few hundred feet away on the ship? I can hear everything you're saying."
And I bet it is confusing to you.
I usually leave the confusing bits out of the memory. It's very pretty out here.
Right. Well, Pippin and
plugs his ears and starts to hum. So you can have some privacy.
Sera and I assume that hunking Goliath is Laura.
Yeah, this is great.
Oh, did Torva change her voice?
I will.
Oh, she sounds so prissy
I
now.
will throw you overboard.
What do you want, a cake or something? Ow! It's the stormtrooper scream. Flies overboard.
All right, I'm heading up to see the Sparrowhawk.
Okay, she is currently walking on the ice towards the ship, and when she gets up, she like bonks you on the head hard. Fucking Pippin off of the cabin boy.
No, it's me. This is the time.
As she like walks past you, she stops, stares into the Arctic distance. That voice. She takes a knee and pulls out her rapier. Does she have a rapier?
Oh, she does.
She pulls out her rapier and stabs it into the deck of the ship.
And Pippin pulls out a scroll. If you'll allow me. And begins to read the scroll of Magic Jar.
Okay. So you take an action to read the scroll with static electric light. Your hair, your little cabin boy, greasy hair, stands up on end, and your eyes turn a static white as you start to speak in tongues, and the shape, a spectral, almost like televised holographic image of a bejeweled jar appears above the spell scroll, and it begins to flicker and static, and then all of a sudden so does the Sparrowhawk. She flickers and she statics, and you see very clearly a ghost-like form made of television static come out of her eyes, nose, and mouth, and deposit into the jar. You then, for a second, feel like a shift of weight and gravity is a little different as you are in the Sparrowhawk's body, and your center of gravity is lower, and you have a rapier, white-knuckled, clenched, and you hear a voice in your head. Oh, it's very nice in here. Hello, my name is Pippin Rutherford the Kappa Boy.
Yes. Hello, Pippin. It is nice in here, isn't it? We're here to help the Sparrowhawk.
We love the Sparrowhawk. She always kids with us, but now we're inside her, and I don't want to leave.
Oh, don't worry. We've got a lot to do.
Okay, you're in charge. I'll just sit here and watch quietly.
Oh, God.
Terrifying.
Speaking of terrifying, Torva, you saw all of that.
Torva is holding, like, using a great axe as, like, something to lean on. It's just kind of like... Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing that happened. Cool.
Like several of the crew turned to you. What's the thing that happened?
Ice.
We all missed it.
Did you see the ice?
Oh,
The ice happened.
But we have a job to do. We're about to get out of here.
Yeah, we're going to do that soon after we give the Lady Belizabeth a little bit of time.
You're not in charge here anymore.
I
Pick me
grabbed
both
one
from the
who's
cabin
talking by the
boys.
throat. I'm sorry, I thought I just heard you say I wasn't in charge.
It was. He looks over and sees the unmoving, unbreathing body of Pippin Rutherford, the cabin boy, lying on the deck. Oh, does that mean the mutiny's over?
I think it does.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Torva? It was you and him forever. You were like buddies.
Listen, he'll be
Ride
back.
or die. I don't even know what that means.
Listen, I just feel like something is taking over, and we just need to go with it.
What does that mean?
We're gonna find out.
Oh man, I don't want to scrub the poop deck.
I don't. Well, then don't. Go do something else.
Make yourself useful.
Okay.
We still need to prepare. We're just going to give her a little time first.
Oh wait, we're still going?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh man, you're the best captain ever, the Sparrowhawk.
I
That's
know.
right. Don't any of you forget it.
We're getting out of here! They all shout in unison, and they all start humming and singing a dwarven tune as they go to work. Da
Cool.
da da da, to Graham shall we go.
All right, I'll call over the railing and say, "We bought you time."
Thank you.
And
And I take one of Brendan's hands and I go, you need to know what's going on. And I lead him to one of our rooms for privacy.
Okay. You get back on the ship, go to your little cabin, your little hammock. Not fitting for a lady, but fuck it, right?
Right. And takes a minute for me to be like, where do I even start with this? But I go, I know what I am about to say seems utterly fantastical. But please believe me and try to understand that all of this is true. And I just start from the exhibition, Eleanor, the creation of the centrifuge, the monster that she became, how she sold out the gnomes that got Joseph killed, and all of that, which he knows at least snippets of. But then I start talking about Spider-Woman and Scheherazade and the books and how they're manipulated. And I just start going and going and going. And I start to, and Leonardo da Vinci, and about how I tried to get into his head, but there was that flash and he locked me out. The only thing I don't quite tell him yet is that I know he's the one that sabotaged the device. But everything else, I just lay on the line and tell him.
Okay. Believe you.
It's encouraging. I don't know if I would if I was in your position.
What does it mean?
Honestly, I'm not exactly sure. All I know is I am doing everything in my power to try and fix things. I don't know if I can. I don't know what will happen if I fail. But this is more than just a flying machine. pipe dream. And honestly, I don't know if I can do it. But I have to do it, so. And I don't exactly know why I told you all this other than you should know. For you to decide whether or not you really want to stay.
Well, that's silly. As if I would ever. It's cold. I'm shivering. I was trying to be romantic and make a big gesture and say, I can't leave you. You're the only family I've got. It's so cold.
Brenton, I know you were the one who sabotaged the machine to begin with.
Oh.
I know why you did. But
Oh.
what puzzles me is why you did not feel that you could tell me. Why you put off telling me that the machine wasn't ready so that you had to go to such extremes. Why didn't you feel you could trust me?
That's strange. I didn't. I tried. But the enchantment I made, it worked anyway. And it still failed. And after it all happened, it would feel like I was blaming you. Even though I intended to do it in the first place, I didn't think you needed that after everything that has been happening to you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
And here I was thinking that it was because you thought I wouldn't be able to handle it or would react in a way that would cast you out.
Well, honestly, I would deserve that. So if that's what you need to do, okay. But
I laugh a little at that, and I get off I don't know exactly where he's sitting, but
he is standing on the ground because he can't really get into one of the hammocks. It's just too high up. Yeah.
So I get out onto the floor on my knees so that we're the same height. And I take out some of the white that's in my hair. And I go, do you remember when I lost the color in my hair? It was only a couple months into my apprenticeship with your father. I remember I was working with a block of sodium, but I'd forgotten a tool I needed, so I just left it on the bench. Came back just in time for it to blow up right in my face. The workbench was just nothing better than kindling. I don't think that stain ever got out of the wall.
It didn't.
And I was lucky.
Down.
Yeah, and I was lucky those pliers flew past me instead of landing straight into my chest. And Zosif went to cleaning up the workshop. You set to cleaning up me. I remember you taking the splinters out of my hands so gentle I barely felt it. And I was so angry and embarrassed at myself. I thought for sure that Zosif would end my apprenticeship right then and there for making such a stupid and reckless mistake. I thought that I had failed in my dreams before I had even begun them. Do you remember what you said to me? You said, if the world were perfect, we wouldn't need inventors. Our job is to face the mistakes of the world head on, molding them and mending them until they become the solutions that make the world a better place. And sure, we are going to find other mistakes along the way. That's only natural. But it will only be a failure if you see those mistakes as impossibilities and give up. And you, lady, are not one to give up on anything. And therefore you will never be a failure. When I went home, my father was furious. Wanted me to diet immediately. Said a lady should never show her age, especially in one as young as I. I never even considered it. You know why? And I get as close as I can to him. Because that was the moment. Covering it up would be covering up the moment you entered my heart, Brendan. And it is a place you have never left. And moreover, I never wish for you to leave it. So you never need fear say anything to me. And again, it's just something I figured you should know.
He kisses you passionately. When he pulls away, he looks at you in the eyes and he says, you know, that's not what I said. I never said failures. I said scars. So I don't believe anything that we do is a failure. Especially when we do it with the people we love.
I have to face Eleanor.
I know. And you will. But remember this. Belizabeth, revenge only begots revenge. So I hope that the reason you're doing this is not because of what she took from you, from us. Break the cycle. If you can. If you can't, I'll be here.
And at that, I take the scroll out that Leonardo gave me. There's a chance, if things go sour, for me to whip us away from this place, whisk us off into another land and start over. I can take you, I can take Laura and Sera, possibly. I don't know if their contracts will let them, but I can certainly try. Perhaps I can even bring Joseph and Percy back. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it can take us. Question is, would you want me to use it?
Will you be happy?
There's a question.
It's the only one that matters.
Would you?
Well, that is a very tricky question because it comes with a pretty heavy prerequisite.
Prerequisite?
Cannot be happy if you're not happy.
I will need more time to think on that. But I know it will include you.
He just gives you a big hug. Just like wraps himself around you.
I wrap myself around him.
Pippin speaks up from inside the Sparrowhawk's head, Sera. Oh, wow. It's very interesting in here. You can hear very well. We kind of like zoom out, and the entirety of the crew is like around the door of Brendan and Belizabeth. And everybody heard
nosy asshole.
absolutely everything. There is no privacy on a pirate ship, but everybody's crying, and like there's a loud ruckus when there's like a little bit of quiet. You can hear just a trove of sobbing pirates outside of your door.
I had hoped for some privacy.
There's no privacy on the pirate ship.
Apparently not.
I'm sorry, privateer ship.
Right. Privateer means that they're doing it for the good blokes. And so I get up, open the door. Obviously, there are people around it, so I shove them a little bit.
They all start clapping. Just immediately a raucous round of applause.
Yes.
Wow! We heard the smooches!
Yes, well done, all of you. I'm glad that doesn't matter. Anyway, so I try to find Pippin and Torva. Both of them.
You see Torva is in the snow making snowballs at the moment.
Torva. That's the name that you're going with? Torva?
Yeah, Torva.
Right. And where's Pippin? I'd like to speak to both of you.
Look for the Sparrowhawk. Pippin, and I point at the deck up above. I'm like, there's just like a dead body.
Oh. That's all right?
Yeah. So Sera is a sneaky shit and did a thing, and apparently, she got into Pippin because they're like, you can't be the Sparrowhawk because you're
Right.
blah blah blah. You can't be Jonathan because blah 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 bullshit thing, whatever. And then Sera did a Uno reverse and was like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna be
Uno
Pippin.
reverse?
I can't explain it. Basically, Sera said, I'm gonna go to this Pippin kid, and then I'm gonna use this magical shit, and I'm gonna go, and so then so now they're in the Sparrowhawk.
Right. Okay. Because there is something I wish to speak to both of you. It was one of the last things after you two left.
Oh,
It might be something, it might be nothing, but I think it's important.
Torva does that really loud whistle that people can do with their fingers,
Ow,
which I can't do.
That was painful, but very loud. So good on you.
Sera.
Sparrowhawk, could I have a word?
They think we're weird. We're not talking right, so I don't care anymore.
They're all crying. And they're all like surrounding Brendan and like talking to him. He's like, oh, you good power,
You did it.
All right,
Secure the bag, my man.
So do you come in the snow with Torva, or do we attempt another room?
No, I'll come in the snow. I think that's probably for the best.
Right. After you left, I thought of something. I have the ability to make a device that can essentially read your thoughts. I thought, since all of you are connected to this Mephistopheles demon thing, that maybe if I was in there and was able to read your mind, I might be able to find out what your deal was that you no longer can remember. Maybe travel that back to Mephistopheles himself and all those contracts. I tried to do that with Leonardo da Vinci, but there was that blue flash across his eye, similar to the words themselves. And then the spider lady came in, she closed his laptop. He never has his laptop closed, and said that was enough questions for today.
Oh.
So I was wondering, Spider Lady isn't here. If either of you would be a guinea pig, maybe I can recreate it with one of you. Since obviously that was not something that they wanted me to find. Yeah. And Leonardo himself said, do not trust anyone. Apparently that included him.
Yeah, I mean, give it a try. I'm game. Torva seems pretty cool.
All right. So I'm going to try again with my medallion. I don't know if I was able to bring that since I'm not possessing.
Had everything on you, all your magic items, the medallion that you made.
Okay. So I am going to cast. Where is it? Give it back, you son of a. Where my. There we go. Medallion of Thoughts. So yeah. So whichever one is willing to get their mind invaded, intruded, whatever the word. All right. Let's see what's inside. So I use the medallion to cast Detect Thoughts. I assume that you're not gonna fight me.
Oh, she's gonna fight you.
Oh,
Laura,
wait.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Hey, good news. I have a -1 to wisdom.
She's gonna try her hardest.
I rolled a 2.
Awesome. That means that I get to go deeper.
Laura, you take I have to go get my dice. Didn't think I'd have them this early. Well, damn. You take 5 points of psychic damage.
I wince.
I rolled solo.
I wince and I go, oh, okay. Not good. Ah. It's like an ice cream headache.
I mean,
What are you looking for, lady?
I'm looking for the deal. I'm looking for the contract. I'm looking for that moment she made that contract.
As Lara thinks on that moment and winces with pain, you see just flooding of memories. It's almost like she's like trying to recount, like go back as far as I can, go back as far as I can, go back as far as I can. Then she jumps too far back, and you kind of like see a life, a woman staring at a screen in a red panda or some weird monstrous like thing, like she's wearing the skin of some animal as she looks at this glowing screen and talks to it. And then there is just a calm of blue, a sense of ease, nothingness, like sifting through a sea. And if you would like to try to decipher whatever this is, put this feeling, color together, or see beyond it, I need you to make an Arcana check.
All right.
Viewers, I'm not selling my soul to make Streaming Rainbow popular, but that might be what happened.
Let's see. So I got 25.
25. You peer into the blue. It's icy. Your eyes are cold, like the mucous membrane around them starts to freeze. You see a man, not a man, just a shape, a being, a reflection. The woman, Lara, is looking in a full-length mirror, but she's not staring at herself. It's a different thing. It's some that you look at it, and it is instinctually supposed to be a sharper image, but it's shifting and mercurial and ever changing, and it reaches out through this full-length mirror, and Lara takes its hand and pulls, and it pulls her through. You see a stark white room, 2 doors, one desolate, cold, black, strange design, black iron door handle, and the other across this room, past a large gray table that this shifting form sits at the head of, and Lara sits at the other end, staring like you are at these 2 doors, one behind her, you, and one behind it. And that one is warm and inviting and like red burgundy. You can hear laughter and joy, and instantly like memories come to you in this memory, whether they're Lara's or your own, but it's just like that feeling of being a child and play. And that thing, like when you sit down and you see like a troupe of players perform for you, it's magical. It is that feeling, that one that lies in the back of your mind, in the base of your stomach, that brings tears to your eye. It's almost what Brendan was talking about. The feeling of true happiness is behind that door. And as this being speaks, it doesn't speak a language you understand. And Lara stands up and walks past it to this door of happiness. And then you come out of the spell, come out of the vision.
Oh. Did that help? Was it good?
It was something. Something that might be useful if we make it back to Scheherazade.
Tastes like metal.
Do I have any understanding of what the other door was? There's this door of happiness, but what was the other door?
It all seemed so perfectly symbolic and set up. To go forward was to accept and change, and to go back was to stay in the skin of another being looking at a magic box forever.
Looking at a magic box. Okay.
I'm rolling myself some psychic damage. Just for me. 1 point. I'm good.
Right. Over here, I wouldn't mind making some more tinkering, but ultimately, where the hell is Gray?
That's a fine question. We're supposed to encounter her here at the end of the
That's what
story.
she said. She said that she would let me have the formula if I defeated her at the end. This is the end of the story. So, where in the 9 hells is she? Although, as I said, I have some tinkering I wish to do first.
Well,
And so,
sorry, Sarah, when we were coming in, we were hearing the Sparrowhawk, right? That was the Sparrowhawk. Talking in letters? Is that? Oh, that's right, because they said the Sparrowhawk.
What letters?
Letters to her sister Margaret.
It didn't sound like she ever saw Gray. So I think we're going to have to go away from the ship.
Right.
Maybe. I mean, hey, I'd get your tinkering done if there's anything.
Indeed. Oh, there absolutely is. So I am going to go back into the ship, and I am going to make where is it? I'm going to do all the things, essentially.
As you go back to the ship to do all the things, it is strangely quiet.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Oh, no. Haul myself back up.
Let's
Immediately, I start looking for Brendan.
Make an investigation check.
Nice. Well, that's not great, but I have a plus 12, so that's a 14.
With a 14, it is eerily quiet. There is nobody aboard this ship. You take a long, good time to search, and you are certain of that.
Hop up to the crow's nest, look around, see where they've gone.
Is it like they've disappeared, or is it like they're dead?
There are no bodies.
Is Pippin Rutherford the cabin boy exclamation points body still there?
It is not.
She's rewriting the fucking book. How on earth can she do that? So, if there is any time I want to, like, make something, because I have my one thing, there's a way to make some other kind of elixir, weapon, anything before Gray shows up. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Where do you hunker down to start your tinkering?
The best place I can, my quarters. They would have all my
As you
stuff
go
in it.
into your quarters, you see a letter on one of the hammocks.
Of course. And knowing who it's from, I read it.
In sprawling blue ink, you read a mere few words. I have him. Whenever you're ready, meet me on the ice. It is not even signed.
Doesn't need to be. Right. So, first, I will make my experimental elixirs. I get 3 of them, which will just be like potions and stuff that will help us in battle. Yeah.
Mystery super potions.
Yes, make my super
What'd you get?
potions. I got 2
You
healing
mind?
and what?
Before you tell us what you do you mind just reading that ability? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your level up, your class?
Yes.
Who is Lady Belizabeth?
So Lady Belizabeth is now, because I was allowed to level up as much as I wanted, is now a level 16 artificer, specifically a what is her thing? A mark of making human artificer. Yes, it just gives me some perks. And it's like, hey, I'm all for the perks. So these elixirs, I had 2 of healing because I had to roll for what they were. So I get 3 of them. I get 2 of healing and 1 of, where is it? Where is the thing that I just had up? Damn you. There we go. And 1 of boldness. So if you and I put them in like the skins or bottles that are left behind in people's quarters. Just dump out the rum, put this in.
It smells so much like rum.
So much like rum. So I'll go and give 1 of those to each of you. I mean, I have healing, but it's like that. So you'll get 2d4 plus my intelligence modifier, which now I'm a 24 intelligence, which means it's a +7. So you'll get that when you drink that. And then there's also boldness, which roll a d4, add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving throw you make for a minute. So I don't know which of you would want this. Maybe the one that wants to punch, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm good.
All right. And so then I already have my 1 medallion. Do I want to make another one? Well, there are too many things to make. So many things to make. Yeah, I want to make another medallion just in case. see, I already have that as a spell. But oh wait, no, I don't have as a spell. So another medallion of thought. And do you folks need anything for being either on the ice or in the water?
I actually could use it just for water.
All right. So essentially, do you want to be able to walk on water or do you want to be able to breathe underwater?
It's a good question.
You don't need to do the breathing. I've got that.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, walking.
All righty. So you are going to get, where's that ring? You are going to get a ring of water walking. I'm going to get a ring of water walking. So that's 3. So I get 1 more. And I want to get a 4th one because if I get Brendan, I'm getting it to him. So a medallion of thought and 3 rings of water walking. So that would be all 5 of my things. And I also have a thing that I can put a spell that I can cast a good, I think, 14 times in. So I'm going to be doing that too.
And we treat these elixirs like potions, right? So if like it takes an action or how do we feel about potions in battle? Is it an action or a bonus action?
So potions in battle will work as a bonus action. If you take it as a bonus action, you will roll the dice, whether that is to give it to somebody or to take it yourself. But if you take your full action to give it to somebody or to take it yourself, you will get maximum whatever it can do.
Okay. I actually hand over the elixir, the second elixir that Belizabeth gave me to
the boldness one.
No, the because you had to, you gave each of us a health one. I give the health one to Sera, and I say, "Here, I've got some backup."
Okay.
I will also even say, we've talked about this a little bit. Lady Belizabeth, I will give you the option to make one of your elixirs the like almost finished, worked upon.
I was wondering
super elixir without the tinkering that you need from Eleanor. What it will do is it will act as a long rest. It will take an action to consume. Can't use a bonus action to consume this. Just because when you take it, it will like essentially like RP wise, like freeze you, like the effects. It takes a little bit to activate, but you will feel the effects of a long rest. You can make one of these elixirs.
Okay. So I'll take instead of as well as the 3 or instead of
as opposed to one of the 3.
Okay. So I'll take one of the healing and turn it into that
take
one.
my healing and turn
All right. So that is what I'll do.
And I'll cast water breathing on us. It's not concentration. It takes 24 hours, so I might as well.
Nice.
Last 24 hours.
And Sera, just as a point of order, you're playing with both your sheets as one person. Okay, cool.
Wild.
It's wild. A wizard and whatever the hell Sparrowhawk is.
I've got a supreme potion of healing and a great axe, so let's go.
All right. And let's see. I can also do some tinkering for see, I can do this 7 times. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take like a couple rocks too, because I can like do some magical tinkering. And I want like a couple of them. Because I can do 7. Okay. I want thunder and lightning to make up like 4 of them because I want her to get essentially PTSD. I want her to remember the lightning strike that caused this. And I want... See, I don't know what Mephistopheles would sound like, do I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use all of them to do that. Just to be thunder and lightning to essentially either attempt avalanches, but also mainly to give her PTSD.
Incredible.
Yes.
Wow.
I want her to remember how this started.
Fair.
Oh, wait, I can do a sound. Wait, I can do I can do visual. So yeah, there are also like a couple fires in there just to really hit it home. It's just the image of fire and burning and skin and that sort of stuff. I want her to get this memory. I want her to relive that moment.
Okay.
See, I can do an odor too, so I can do it like burnt hair and skin. So yeah.
That's gross. I'm here for it though. Let's do
Trauma.
it.
Trauma.
Okay, anybody else want to do anything else?
No.
Nah.
So I'm putting on the ring because I don't want to
Oh.
die. Yeah. Water walking. And then I put the other one in my pocket for Brendan because he is not going to be sucked under.
You have the note. You know what to do. You are prepared.
Hopefully.
Go
Yes.
on the ice.
No. I take my flying machine.
Now, where's your flying machine?
Is it not on the ship?
It was on the ice when you were talking to the Sparrowhawk.
Oh, okay. Is it there?
Do you want to go look?
Yes.
Oh, it's there. But it's not alone. You see a battered, beat up, scarred Eleanor in a long, regal blue cloak, fancifully dressed. In her hand, one of her hands is an unconscious Brendan Thistle Spring. In her other hand is an elixir. And she looks up at you.
It's too cowardly to come after me yourself.
I left you a note, she shouts across the distance. Are you ready to die?
Not die. But yes, I am ready.
See here, lady. I don't need you anymore. And she downs the elixir. And instead of turning into a hulking mass of muscle and meat, all of the scars on her face, as if by magic, start to fade away. Hair starts to grow long and thick from her head, and she looks as she did before.
Medallion of Thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, that works. I will cast the Bane on you, which is a charisma save.
Okay.
And then if you fail it, you make a saving throw before the spell ends, then you'll have a -4 to your wisdom save, which is what I want.
Okay, and what is the save DC I have to beat?
22, bitch.
Okay. To 21.
All right.
So
yeah.
minus D4 to a wisdom save of 22.
Yes.
Okay, I will take a -1 to this.
The wisdom save is not 22. The bane was 22.
Okay, so this is through your talisman, which is a different DC.
Yes. So
Okay.
Let me get it. The talisman. Give me my talisman. I have so many things up. There we go. Okay, got it. Although, what am I getting just from the surface to start with? I'm gonna try and dig deeper, but what's on the surface?
On the surface is I'm going to kill Lady Belizabeth.
Nothing about haha, I fixed the formula.
Not the surface.
Not surface. Okay.
She's very dead set on what she's going to do.
Is there any other reason that she is giving for wanting me dead other than just I am evil, bwahaha?
Maybe you could find out.
Well, I first want to dig deeper to see what about this formula. I'm going to taunt, but although I probably can't taunt as well after casting Bane. But if I am allowed to taunt,
she got a 15 on her wisdom save.
It's saved. Yeah.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
Hatred and violence.
Oh. I was wondering how this stuff worked. I mean, I went through your formula exactly. It was written down right in one of the journals, and then I just go through everything in her formula in the exact way that it was meant to be made according to the way it was written. And it's like, I even put it in that centrifuge. I did fix that centrifuge, by the way. But I don't see it as any better than, taking one of those siestas that the Spaniards do. Certainly nothing that would offer you godhood. It's rather sad, really. And I'm hoping to get these thoughts to the surface so that the detect thoughts will tell me my mistakes.
As you kind of question her before she speaks, you hear you just see that thing again. And
door?
No, not a door, but just that form, that humanoid presence that just is ever changing, just out of your view. Almost like it's just too far away, too blurry to see.
Does it feel like it's a memory, or does it feel like it's an entity that's in her?
It is a memory.
Okay.
It is a memory of this thing, per the spell that you have cast. And it's more like a thought of this person, this thing. And you hear before she says it, I was missing a key ingredient.
Does in her mind, like, what that ingredient is?
It's this face.
Oh.
I know you can see what I'm thinking.
This face?
Are you going to come down here, or are you just going to stand there?
I look back at Shadowhawk and Torva, if they're nearby. I don't exactly know how far I've gone.
We're with you.
Yeah, we're behind.
I've sort of relay of, I don't know if you want this to be stealthy, but it might be better if you do. And like, You're going to have to promise that Brendan is let go out of harm's way. Your fight is with me, not with him.
Oh. Or what? You won't come down here.
I will leave you unsatisfied.
I will
How about
follow
that?
you. She outreaches her hands to the ends of every earth.
Every earth. That's rather impressive.
Isn't it? Once I'm through with your poison, once I have rid you from this world, I will be free.
And what exactly am I doing to keep you here? You're obviously more powerful than I ever could be, and yet I am the thorn in your side. You don't need me anymore.
My creator! Belizabeth, I am everything. Because of you, I exist to give your life substance.
That is when I come down. It's like, my life had plenty of substance without you in it.
Well, let's see how much it has after this. And she snaps Brendan's neck and drops him into the snow.
I take that boldness, right? I was like, well, there we go.
And immediately it's go for Brendan. I get one cantrip, and I assume he's dead as opposed to death saving throws. Spare the dying.
Okay, that is a touch spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for him.
Get within 5 feet of Belizabeth. She is.
You mean Gray?
That is exactly what I mean. You get with it. You would have to get within 5 feet of Gray. And I want everybody to roll initiative. But before you do, you hear a scream, primal and violent, from this woman. The ice around her cracks, and the ship itself is encased in blue light. And you see whoever turns to look, the crew appear as spectral, static images. You fool! Everything you've done has played right into his hand. You will never be free.
His? Mephistopheles, I assume?
The Great. Everybody roll initiative. Okie dokie.
All right.
Y'all have initiative?
Yes, it was 7.
Okay. Sparrowhawk, what did you get for initiative?
13.
13. And oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm distracted. Okay, and Torva, what did you get?
16.
Okay, 16 for Torva, 7 for Belizabeth, and 13 for the Sparrowhawk. Okay, so here's what happens. First, Eleanor goes. She puts her boot on Brendan in the snow, pushes his head down as she leaps towards Lady Belizabeth. She is going to bonus action cast Hex on you.
But I tried to do.
Did that. You now have a disadvantage on all dexterity checks.
Okay.
And she is going to, as an action, a just ice appears as she raises her hand, like a blade of nothing but pure, unadulterated cold. She grasps it, her hand turns blue, and she swings down at you with a force of a thunderstorm, a thunderous strike, and with a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
She is going to do
What are my reactions?
$20 points of damage to you. You are then surrounded in an ice storm that crackles with thunderous energy, and she steps back, giving you an opportunity attack if you would like to take it.
Yes.
Attack.
Yes, I absolutely do. So I am going to use. Oh, sweet! I can use this. But it's a spell. I can't
do. The Warcaster feat.
Warcaster? I don't.
It just has to be a melee attack.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna use my dagger. I'm gonna stab that bitch.
Okay.
23.
Oh my, 23 hits.
Mm-hmm. It's not much, but it's 5 points of damage, but still.
She winces as you slice her on the waist. You see blood start to appear on her white frock. Well, the cat has claws.
You're surprised.
Now the entirety of Sparrowhawk's crew's turn. And they are going to start to shamble down the side of this ship. They float almost like ghosts, but something even more sinister. They move.
Where is my?
Directly towards Torva and the Sparrowhawk. Now, Pirates 1 and 2 did not have to use their action to dash to get to Torva, but the rest of them use up all of their action economy just getting to the fight. But they surround you like a swarm. One even gets in front of you, Torva. And when they do, 2 of these static pirates are going to make an attack on you, Torva. The first is only a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay. And the second is an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. You are going to take 32 necrotic damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 saves. You feel that life that it's drained from you just by its spectral touch could have been taken from you forever. But you are steadfast, you are strong, you are Torva.
Torva.
Did not harm you. And from the boat, little Pippin wakes up. You see his eyes are the same static that these beings are made out of. And he is going to look at the sparrowhawk and open his mouth. And in the highest pitch tone you have ever heard in your life, he says, and I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
I think we all need to make an intelligence saving throw at that point.
All right. Intelligence saving throw. Since this is against Pippin, I'm not sure which set of stats to use.
Oh, you have Pippin inside of you. This is some unholy machination.
All right, then. Intelligence saving throw. 15.
You just save. You feel your brain racked with just all of the annoyances the Sparrowhawk has ever got from Pippin, and you hear in like the back of your mind Pippin kind of giggle a little bit, and you are going to take 28 points of psychic damage.
Jesus, okay.
And that is halved.
That was you safe.
Okay. With that, it is now Torva's turn.
Torva, with a flourish, swings up. Is going to take 2. I get 2 attacks per action. Oh no! But first, I am going to rage.
Ah!
Hell yeah.
I'm going to fucking rage. Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna
I
attack.
just realized how I was supposed to use the spell. Okay, it's cool. Next time I stab her.
I'm going to go for the one directly in front towards the ship. First, which dice should I use? I'm so angry. Okay. So nagry. It's not great. 17 to hit.
17 is going to hit.
Awesome. Okay. And then that is 19 points of what kind of damage is this? Slashing damage.
Okay, 19 points of slashing damage.
And then actually I think I'm gonna go for the one in between the Sparrowhawk and myself. So go that direct. So it's like swing and then swing around with my great axe and go for the one right next to it. And way better. That is a 30 to hit.
Oh, definitely.
All right. And see, roll good on that one and bad damage. So that is just that's just 12 points.
12 points of damage.
Okay,
Okay,
wait a second. Do I get +3 to melee damage?
Yeah, you get to add your strength.
So add 3 to both of those. So
6 more damage. Yes. Awesome. There we go. Okay, that's a total of 37 points of damage to one of these spectral entities. You see, as your great axe like carves through them. Does anything special happen with this great axe? Is this like a magical weapon?
It is a magical weapon. So I think it. I also have the belt of frost giant strength.
Nice.
So I think the axe itself is like frosting over like a window in on a cold morning, and it's just slashing through, just radiating cold in this awful place.
Yes, in Torva's body, you feel strong and home here in the Arctic, and you crack through these two spectral pirates. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay here so I can be Legion in between the bulk of these and Belizabeth.
Okay, great. Sparrowhawk, you're next.
Okay. All right. First off, bonus action, disengage. It's good to be a rogue. And then I'm going to head up next to Eleanor. And I am going to make a weapon attack with my rapier. Oops, wrong character sheet. I have too many character sheets open, guys.
You did this to yourself. It's the smartest thing. But now, the consequences.
Yeah. All right. So attacking with my bloodshed rapier. And my attack roll is okay, so I got a 19. I'm going to activate the rune to add to that. With the bloodshed rapier, I can activate the rune, and it will add one of my hit dice to the attack roll.
Oh,
isn't that cool? Weaponizing hit dice like that. It's even cooler what it does to damage, but we'll see how that goes.
Sparrowhawk, please.
So
she's waited so long just for this, Cam.
Roll a 5 on that. So that would be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. So with the bloodshed rapier, invoking the rune, if the attack hits, you can also spend and roll any number of your unspent hit dice and add the total rolled to the weapon's damage. The Sparrowhawk is level 13, so I've got 12 remaining hit dice to add to the damage.
Oh
no! What, Cam? What?
No.
Because of my, I think it's fancy footwork. I don't remember what it's called. No, it's Rakish Audacity.
Rock.
I'm also getting my sneak attack on this attack because we're dueling.
Yes, because you are not within 5 feet of an ally.
Correct.
And nor is your enemy.
Right. All right. So now I have to add my hit dice to that roll. Just a moment. It's going to take me a... So I've got 3d10s and then 9d8s to add to this.
The methodical plotting of each point of damage. Oh my god, it keeps going.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm for it, but
Okay.
I told you that if you hurt
so
Brendan, you would succumb to physical harm.
the total damage done is 106. This can only be done once per day, but I only needed it once per day.
Really, just that one time. How's she looking? How's her
do
pretty hair?
106 points of damage
Holy
to Professor Eleanor Gray. You take your rapier.
She's so pretty.
Drive it into her sternum, and you hear all of her ribs simultaneously crack. Her blood begins to just wrap around and feed into this blade. And as you drive deeper, it explodes onto her front. She is knocked onto her back foot, and she coughs up blood into the snow. You see now everything about her is in color. And everything around you is almost like it is in black and white or some sort of sepia tones. And as her blood sizzles on the Arctic floor, she is looking fucked the fuck up.
Oops.
It pays to have good friends, Eleanor.
How right you are. And she's going to take... is that your turn?
Yes, that was my turn.
A legendary action.
Yeah.
She grabs your blade and wrenches it from her chest and holds it as she looks at you in the eye. And she says, well, I was going to save this experience for someone else. But you look into her eyes and one of them glows blue. And it's almost like it's peering into you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. And that wisdom saving throw is 22.
You quickly look away from this glowing blue eye, and she screams in your face as you resist the spell's effect.
Okay.
It is now...
Because I have an ability in case people fail.
It is now the Lady Williams' turn.
So what I'm going to do, so it's a matter of how she's looking bad, but how bad? Is she like death's door bad or just looking bad?
It was most of her life force has been scooped out of her from this rapier.
Okay. So I guess what I'm going to do is I think I still have time for Brendan. So I am going to cast let's see. Do I want Ray of Sickness or do I want Acid Arrow? I'm going to do an Acid Arrow at her.
Okay.
Because I get bonus on acid. So yeah. That is plus.
Okay. That's an attack roll.
It is. Okay. So that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 misses. She
Well,
ducks
then
down.
I'm
Still
adding
hit.
a +7 with my flash of genius.
Oh, you piece of shit. That she ducks down, and the acid arrow, as it is an arrow, should shoot directly over her head. But you know how to cast a spell damn well now. And the arrow discorporates, and the acid just dumps on her back.
You're You wanted to fight with me, Eleanor.
Ah!
And so that will be 4 d4s. Oh, lame. No, come back. 7, 10, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Her
Wait,
back
is that
starts to
right?
bubble.
No, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Her back starts to bubble, and her clothes start to eat away.
I'm the one who looks good in blue, by the way.
Is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. Do I have any bonus actions I can do?
Sassy.
Nah, that's all I can do. That's a bonus action.
Okay. I believe at the beginning of her turn, roll.
Well,
the
actually,
acid.
is there a way? I wouldn't be able to do that because I've already done my action. Never mind. Yeah. Well, let me double check. Can I do this without doing it as an action, first of all? Yeah, I think I have to do that as an action. Never mind. All right. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. So it is the start of her turn. So roll the extra acid damage.
Sweet. So it's
Acid
just
arrow. Even
Yeah.
if you miss, it does damage.
Yes. So it's all 3, 4 again, I assume. And 2d4.
2d4. Yes. If you cast it at a first level or
Yeah.
a second level,
Yeah. So that's 6 more points.
6 more points of acid damage. She just screeches and takes off her cloak. The acid melts the snow in the ground, and she looks at you with disdain in her eyes. They glow blue. And they start to glow brighter and brighter and brighter, and all her skin starts to turn pale and frostbitten. And she stands up taller, and you can hear her bones cracking inside her body as she gets 7 feet tall, 8 feet, 9 feet. She towers over the sparrowhawk, and she is going to snap her fingers, and all of a sudden sparks fly into her nose and into her face, and she feels invigorated, and she moves quick and lively as she casts haste on herself. She then takes out her ice sword, and it booms with thunderous energy as she slams it into the sparrowhawk's chest. That is a 21 to hit.
21, you say? That
So,
will do it.
21 to say. Okay, darling. That will be 28 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And she is going to break away from you and move directly into the face of Lady Belizabeth. You do have an opportunity attack if you want to take the melee attack.
I will certainly take an opportunity attack, yes.
And if you hit, you can totally add sneak attack to this.
Wrong character sheet again.
No, Pippin. Get out of here, Pippin the cabin boy. Pippin Rutherford the cabin boy, sorry.
All right, 27 to hit.
27 hits.
And with the sneak attack damage, that's 22 damage.
22 points of damage.
Yes.
Ah! You are a thorn in my side, Sparrowhawk.
I just start tucking my hair up behind my head.
Okay,
Figure I
that's her
might
turn.
start getting serious now.
Oh, she sneers at you. That is her turn. And now it is the swarm of pirates. They are going to surround Sparrowhawk and Belizabeth. They are not going to dare move out of your space, Torva. But Sparrowhawk, you are going to take a couple of hits. First attack is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And then the other attack is a 27 to hit.
That even more hits.
Okay. You are going to take 64 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Does it if I'm dead, does it matter?
You fall unconscious onto
Right.
the snow. You feel the life drain from your body. There's a static in your vision, and you start to see like this vinyl bag with blue writing flash in front of you. And you alternate from smelling tuna to feeling the snow. Torva, you are going to take 5 attacks.
Okay.
Oof. First one, 14 to hit.
Nope.
Second one is an 18 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Third one, 22.
Yep.
Fourth one, 25.
Yep.
And the last one is a natural 20.
All right.
Okay. You take a total take 128 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
And you fall face down into the snow. Eleanor sneers at you, Elizabeth. It's always good to have powerful friends. Sparrowhawk, Torva, I need you each to make a death saving throw.
$18.
Success.
Here's a question. Does boldness still apply because I drank that elixir and it adds?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So that is helpful. 13.
That is a success.
Okay.
Lady Elizabeth, it's your turn.
Mass healing word
There
on
we
the
go.
2 of them.
How much do they get?
They get 10. Lame. But you're both up and you can now drink some things. Wait a minute, do I get something a little extra? And you drank my thing.
Boldness.
Boldness. Okay, because you had 2d6 plus 7, because you get that with drinking my elixir. So you had those hit points as well.
For boldness or just for healing?
For drinking my elixir.
Oh, okay.
Period.
I still would have gone down, but I also did not think about this. I have got that relentless thing. Hold on.
Yes, so you're back at 1 hit point on your turn. So you would have had your turn.
Awesome. I would have. Oh my gosh.
Well, with my mass healing, then you would have still gotten 10.
It hasn't happened yet. So let
Hasn't
me.
happened.
I've got.
Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So I pop back up to 1 relentless rage.
Oh yeah, because she's an orc.
Goliath.
Goliath. Orcs have it too. Orcs have it too.
Yeah. So if I do that, does that cancel out my rage though? Because I lose my rage if I go unconscious. But
Yes.
okay. Okay. Yeah, gonna rage again, just pissed. And go for 2 more attacks. I'm going to go for the 2 back between me and Belizabeth.
Okay.
Okay. 11 for the first one.
11 misses.
Yeah.
But does 18.
18 hits.
You get a +7 with my flash of genius.
Amazing. Okay. And then with the other one, I've got 21 to hit without flash of genius.
Hits. Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. For the first one, it's going to be 20 points of slashing damage, and the second one is 13.
Okay.
Oh, just kidding. +3. Again, I'm raging, so I've got that.
Yes. Okay.
So 23 to 1, and then
16
to the other. Yeah.
Great. Okay. You swing your great axe, not falling in the snow, protecting your guard, swinging left, right, swiping through these images, these things, these pirates, this story. You seem to be getting somewhere. Okay. You look up around you, and you do not see Pippin anywhere. He has taken his action to hide. And then, Lady Belizabeth, you had a cast healing word, mass healing word, as your bonus action. And what would you like to do with your action?
Let's see. So I am next to Eleanor, and she's a freaking giant.
Correct. She's still a medium-sized creature, but she's like 9 feet
9
tall.
feet tall.
Glowing blue. Skin is frostbitten and cracking.
Okay. Well, that's my bonus action. Well, one, I want to talk to that voice. Like, what is all this to you? I mean, I easily could have done everything that this woman did. You know, she seems more a pawn than anything, because your great power and whatever it is you do with the hells. what is all this to you? Why are you even here? What does any of us have anything to do with anything? I am obviously far less powerful than you. She is obviously far less powerful than you. You could have, it seems, anything you ever wanted with any of our lives. And yet, here you are, creating these worlds to this fight to the death, it seems, over pitiful little us. Why? What do you get out of it? And then, since I am right next to that bitch, I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness on her. Why not?
Okay.
But yes, a part of it is the snub of, I'm not addressing you, Eleanor. I'm addressing the dude that's in charge. Because you clearly are not.
It's a spell attack, correct?
Yep.
Roll to hit.
Let's see. Uh, 18?
18 misses.
What about 25?
25 just hits.
Well, then I'll do that.
Okay.
And so that would be 12 points of poison damage, and you have to make a con saving throw.
Okay, she winces and tries not to vomit. She makes a con saving throw of 22. And because she
was the
rolled
exact save.
more than a 20 on her saving throw, and your spell is, I believe, cast at a second level, right? Or a first level?
It is first, yeah.
First level.
Is she baned?
She is baned. Good call. That does bring it down to a 20. But
It was
you
a con
see
save of 22.
a flash of blue on her ring, and because she rolled a 20 or above, that has no effect on her. And because it is less than a 7th level spell, Lady Belizabeth, I need you to make a con save, and you take 12 points of poison damage.
Is this rebuke the whatever it is? Yeah, no, I don't like that one. So I'm gonna do that one again. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Give it. Where? There we go. That's my luck point. I'm a big fan of luck points. That would be even worse. Okay. Yeah, I totally fail it. And so you said, that's okay, because I can cast on my next turn.
Because you cast a spell in front of her, as a mage slayer, she takes her blade and plunges it into your chest. This is her reaction to make a melee opportunity attack on you.
Yeah. So how much did I lose to begin with? 16, you said?
You
12?
lost 12 from 12 poison damage from your own attack.
Right.
It is a 25 to hit you.
Which does.
And you take 15 points of necrotic damage as black ice starts to grow in your stomach. She's then at the end of your turn, unless you want to use some movement.
Yeah, but that would... You know what?
She did just use her reaction, so you can move without.
So I can.
invoking
Yeah,
an
I
opportunity
can.
attack.
I can move 30 feet away. So I'm gonna move 30 feet the fuck away.
She is not the only enemy around you, just for your reference.
Right, but hers is gonna be the worst, I would think. So yeah, if I just go back in a straight line, it looks no, this looks to me. Bud. Yeah. Well, can I? See, my dog does not like you. So yeah, I will move the 30 feet away. I will attempt.
Okay.
There was something I can do. There's a kinetic jump. That's what I can do. Yeah, I can do the kinetic jump, can I? Is that a reaction? Is it a bonus action? No, it's not a reaction. Okay. But I don't have I haven't done my bonus action yet. So I can do the kinetic jaunt and get away without opportunity attacks, right?
Unfortunately, you did cast a level spell as an action, so you can only cast a cantrip as a bonus action.
Yeah, this is... Oh. That I did not know. Okay, well then I'm still going to back up then, 10 feet. Okay. I mean, 30 feet.
So you back up 30 feet. You will take 2 attacks of opportunity. One is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And the other is a natural 20.
Yeah.
You take 64 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, hold on. I'm still putting in the damage.
Reaches through your skull, and you see nothing but static for a moment, and all you can feel is pins and needles of pain. 64 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna be doing. Oh man. But I am still standing, bitch.
Nice. As a legendary action, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. Belizabeth.
Let's see. 26. Oh wait, no, excuse me. That is not a saving throw. Let's see. That would be 31.
Oh my god. With a godlike success, you do succeed. You are only going to take 19 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, as you fall into the snow, everything is dark. Everything is cold. It is now Eleanor Gray's turn. And she's going to waltz 5.
Does the dude answer me at all?
15. All you see is dark. All you feel is cold, Belizabeth. 20. 25. Our final 30 feet of movement. She's going to make 2 attacks on you, Lady Belizabeth. She just leans down quickly, picks up your chin. First attack is a 21 to hit. That is 2 failed death saving throws. Second attack with advantage because you are unconscious is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And as this dark and this cold turns to something else,
What is?
it turns to fuzzy and pins and needles, like the ice is encasing you, or it's this static these creatures are made of. But that blackness, it turns to something else too. And you stand in a white room. In front of you is a table, completely gray. And at the end of the table, on the other side of this white expanse of a room, just in front of a door that radiates with happiness, you see yourself. I heard you. And are you willing to listen? It is now the Horde's turn. Again, Torva, you are going to take 5 attacks,
Yep.
2 of which are with the... you know what? Let's be mean. One of them is going to use some of their movement to clamber onto this machine, and 4 of these attacks are now going to be at advantage. $20 to hit.
Yeah.
That's a miss. $24 to hit. That's 2 hits. 22 to hit. That's 3 hits. And the last attack is a miss. You take 3 hits. That is going to be...
So dead.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's going to be 108 points of damage.
All right. I'm down.
Okay. You go down into the snow. Sparrowhawk, you take 2 attacks.
Yep.
These beings are just reaching out into you, almost like they are reaching through this machine. First attack is a 17 to hit.
I'll use Defensive Duelist to make my armor class 21.
Get out of here,
Amazing.
Sera. Run.
And the other one is going to... Oh, God. That is 27 to hit.
Well, that'll do it.
Okay, you take 32 points of necrotic damage.
That takes me down.
Okay, before we go any further, both of you make death saving throws.
Okay. How many you want us to make?
Just one, because if you do not get up, they are all going to attack you again.
It's 13.
10.
13 and a 10. Okay. I don't want to waste your time with the mechanics of it all, but eventually they take you down into the snow, into a deep slumber, and the words of Dan Brookends ring true. Now, if you die in there, you die in real life. Life. Lady Belizabeth, you are standing in front of yourself. To your side, you feel your 2 companions, Lara and Sera. You see this room, and immediately memories come flooding back. This is where you saw your happiness, your dreams, the opportunity. You made a deal here. For that, you can see the door behind Mephistopheles, who, as you three appear and gaze on him together in this moment, he grows infinitely tall and stands infinitely far away, so that he looks to be about your size at the end of this table. But you see a being, a withered old man with cracking blue and black skin, eyes like glass marbles, clouded and blue. He's dressed quite nicely in the finest clothes money can buy. Whatever that looks to you, whatever time period you come from, whatever world. And he just stares, because he does not have to say a thing. You either walk behind you and open that black door to death, or you walk past him. But let's not live in the binary. What the fuck do you do in this moment?
You asked me to listen. I sit down at the table. So talk.
The words that come out of my mouth are always going to be sincere. I need your help.
With what?
I need to bring order to this chaotic reality. Help me sort through all the stories. I'm sorry that yours ended so terribly. But there are many endings for you to explore. I offer a chance. It is quite simple, really. You're at the end of your rope. Join me. Live for all eternity. Or face whatever lies beyond.
How would your plan create order? Besides, you're a demon. Don't you live on chaos?
Besides, you're a human. Don't you profit on chaos?
Some do. I only wanted to make the world a better place.
No, the world will get no better. It will only get different.
And you intend to change that?
No. I intend to view it, to organize it, to categorize it.
And what
Put
will
it in
that
its place.
If you cannot change it, what will putting it in filing cabinets and organizing it by color do? What is your goal?
The world, my dear. My goal is to survive as long as possible. That's all
You're
our
immortal.
goals.
How can you not survive?
That's just words you humans made up. You that view yourself as so small and infinitesimal. When you can see the infinite, you know there is no such thing. Oh, the wheel comes for all of us, my dear. It is just about how long you can cling on to it.
And how can your promise of immortality carry any weight?
It doesn't. All I can offer you is more time.
At what
Beneficial to us
cost?
both. At the cost of life, my dear. What other cost matters? You two back there are going to speak up. You're rather disappointed.
So are you.
Huh? That's not the first time I heard that.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, what are you sad?
No.
You died in the snow. It was the end of the story.
No.
What did you expect to happen?
I'm not sad. It's how it ended.
Yeah, I guess. If you want, you can go back to where you came from. Your time is done, your contract over. Your souls are expired. Don't you have something quippy to say?
Laura just kind of smiles, takes a low bow, and walks back through the door.
Oh.
Are we
As
able
that
to
door opens.
see? What to say?
As that door opens, Laura, only you know what you see.
Mm-hmm.
Only you know what lies beyond that door. But if you try to peer back, Belizabeth, Sera, I guess that's up to what you believe. I think what you see is a feeling that the easiest and most believable lies are the ones that are told in absolute truth. All that this old man offers you is more experience.
Well, Lady Belizabeth, he's offering you more.
More time.
More ends. You were looking for a better one.
True.
Perhaps this is how you'll find it. Me, though, I've seen what he has on offer. And I'm going to have to decline. It was good knowing you. Turn around. Don't look back.
Do you look through the door again as Sera
I do.
passes through?
I
You
do.
make a perception check for me.
That would be a 23.
This time, it's not a feeling, but the place that Sera walks into is as black as the front of this door. And as she disappears on the other side, you hear just the faint splash. More experience. Or nothing.
That is what I get from that door, nothingness?
I don't know. Is that what you get from that door?
Well, you said it is what I believe it to be.
I said it as what you see.
Mr. Mephistopheles.
Yes.
You offer me more time. You offer me ways to experience my story, but at the cost of being bound to you.
Yes. Is that so bad?
Laura and Sera decided it was. Why should I think different?
Because you simply do. Think different, that is.
What am I
They
to
had
you?
their time. They had their fill of experience.
What am I to you? I mean, after all of this is about me. I mean, you gave that deal to Eleanor because she did not have her own story, but I do. Why me? Out of all the stories of all the people in the universe, you wanted me. Why?
Because it's simply an interesting tale.
Oh, there are plenty of interesting tales in the world.
And I've read them all. I only aim to collect more.
And do what?
Experience more time.
That's it.
And that is it.
Sucking away people's lives like a vampire.
What did you eat for breakfast, lady?
I don't know, whatever was under my nose at the time. Maybe half a tuna sandwich, I'm not sure.
Ew. It's a bad breakfast.
Does it matter?
Tuna also had time, also had experience, and like a, what you called it, an energy-sucking vampire. You used it for your own gain. But unlike a tuna fish sandwich, I offer you more than gurgling acids and gastrointestinal tracts. I offer you any life, any relationship. Anything you choose.
You still haven't answered why me.
Oh. Here's the thing, Elizabeth, I found while looking at your lives. Even when the answer is told plain to your face, if it is not sufficient, if it does not make sense to you, you act as if it never existed at all.
Well, humor me then.
You
Answer
are
it anyway.
interesting.
And that's enough? Destroy
Yes.
the order of this place?
I've destroyed nothing.
You
It's
wish
only
to control
changed.
it.
I do not wish. I simply do.
It has nothing to do with your power struggles with those like Beelzebub and Asmodeus, does it?
I will say the red tape that Beelzebub makes me walk through is a bit worrisome, but there's nothing to fret about. And the boss tends to keep to himself. I have my own space. And from here, I can offer you all of reality. And as much time as you need to soak it in.
I want to go over to each of the doors and open them.
Okay.
Not go in, just open them.
Mhm.
And I want to look and see for myself what is behind each one.
I don't know if I can answer that for you. What do you think Lady Belizabeth sees?
Well, if it is what I believe it to be, I stand up. Well, I've already stood up. I walk over to Mephistopheles and give him my hand. As a lady, I must say that it is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. But as someone who has always shirked my role in society, I back up towards the other door, take out the scroll, and I use it to go, because in the front was happiness under control, and the back is the happiness I create. So I'm taking the scroll, I am taking Brendan, I am taking Sera, I am taking Laura, I am taking Joseph, I am taking Percy, and I am going to bring them back into my world. Not this nightmare world of Eleanor Gray and lightning. But if that is death, which it might not be, then it is the heaven of my creation. And it is going to be with the people that I love so that I can create my own happiness. And that is what I use the scroll and the door to do.
You take the scroll. And with the scroll, unused, you walk through the door, or do you cast the spell before you walk through the door?
At the same time.
On a hope and a prayer, where do you go?
A world filled with trees and gnomes, without any of the societal expectations that come with the 1300s, or 1300s, the decade, the century we're in, you know. The 1700s, there we go. Essentially, a cleaner, happier world than the one of Grimshire.
Mhm.
But just without father, without the oppression, without Eleanor, the ability to just be able to create and be free.
And that is exactly what you see behind the door he stands in front of. This ability to make a choice.
And the one behind me doesn't?
Nothing.
Literally nothingness.
As you look through the door of happiness, you see yourself walking through this door to nothingness, creating a world for yourself. Come back into the space. Look behind you and look into that door. There's nothing. It is the difference between uncertainty and possibility. But there's no cheating this. There's no magic that can escape this death, this endless wheel of time. There are only the choices we make. And you have two of them. There is something to be said about a good story.
There's also something to be said about a good lie.
Both of them come to an end eventually. But no matter how you choose, you have given me a gift. And he takes out a newly bound, pristine, blue, dark leather book. And on the front, the cover still unwritten. I have enjoyed this story we've been telling together.
The scroll hasn't been used yet.
Mm-hmm. The scroll on your dead body in Grimshire has not been used.
So it's not with me.
It's not
Here.
with you.
Damn it. I was gonna... Can you bring Eleanor here?
Yes.
Will you? You like our story so far. Let's keep it going a little longer.
No.
Really, I thought I was interesting.
You are.
You don't want
But
to
there
add
comes
to
a
the drama?
time when you have to make a choice, Belizabeth. Nobody could do it for you.
I'm not asking her to.
You have my answer. There is nothing she will say to you that will change your mind.
I'm just curious.
She knows nothing more than you know already.
I'm just curious what she thinks she will have to gain.
The Eleanor you knew is gone.
Clearly, she died the second that lightning hit.
She's beyond that door. She has made her choice.
All of my things are back on my body, damn it. I think of Brendan. And I think about how true and pure his soul is. And how he would not want me to be corrupted. And I turn my heel and I walk toward that door into the unknown. And before I walk through it, I go, an inventor doesn't know what will become of their inventions. An inventor does not know the process with which they come to a solution. The unknown does not scare me. And I walk through.
And as you walk through into the darkness, you feel the water splash against your feet. And what you don't see, what you don't hear, is in this room, that withered old man gets just a little bit more withered. And in a quiet, raspy voice, he says, "Good for you. I'll try again in the morning." And the blackness is lifted from all of your vision as the vinyl bag is taken off top of your head. And all three of you see the room and the doctor with the red lipstick that put you under a few minutes ago. And you see the book marker, a blue, dark bound book that simply reads, Lady Belizabeth Matilda Catherine Analinda Williams III. All three of you get up, dust yourself off, go back to your apartment, go to sleep, and wait for work in the morning. For what else is a storyteller to do but make choices and experience time? The end.
Mindy's so mad at you.
It's the end of Guild Fantasmagoria. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification button.
Please.
Follow us on that TikTok. Follow us on that Instagram. Follow us on that Discord, and tune in next Friday for the Supernatural one shot on twitch.tv/The Streaming Rainbow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Nope, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. But if you do miss it, the VOD will be on YouTube and Twitch for a limited period of time. Thank you all, and good night. I'm gonna die.